Hello everybody, welcome back to Fighting Tiger Gaming. Today we have ourselves a box that we just got in the mail. We have Zendikar Rising Draft Boosters. We're going to go ahead and crack this guy open and build ourselves a deck out of it for our commander matches. Hopefully we do pull out something really nice and something that we can play around with. If I remember correctly, this set revolves around more of landfall, so we're going to go ahead and play around that while we're building our commander and as well as picking out some decent creatures for ourselves. Hopefully we do get some good pulls. From my understanding, there's some decent lands in this. I don't know necessarily too much about Zendikar Rising, but that's to my knowledge. Alright guys, welcome back. So I got the box opened up with the seal taken out. I didn't realize you get a box topper with this one. Not all of them do come with it. So we'll take a look at this at the end of the video, or at the end of the opening. But let's go ahead and get these guys taken out. It'll be an interesting set, kind of seeing what we can do with it. I've only gotten to play with some of these cards just from buying cards, singles from other people. So I'm going to move this out of the way for us. But hopefully we do get some decent pulls out of it that we can have fun with it, enjoy, and build a decent deck out of it. Let me move this over here. Make it a little bit easier and a little bit cleaner for us. I'll move this down this way for ourselves too. Alright, first pack out of this box. Now, I don't know when this set came out, but we'll see what we got. Let's see, we got Tormenting Voice, we got a Negate, Practice Tactics, Expedition Skulker, Jorga Visionary, Strength of Solidarity, Living Tempest, Seagate Colossus, Disenchant, a Turn Timber Acidic, Pair Tactician, Vine Gecko, Skyclave Clerk, which looks like you could turn it into a land if you want to pick and choose. Our first rare out of this is a Archpriest of Iona. Iona's power is equal to the number of creatures in your party. So, looks like it's a rogue, cleric, warrior, and wizard kind of theme. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. Nice little full art land. I guess you write your tokens in here. Let me separate this out so it looks better. Alright, next pack. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Result Strike, Ardent Electromancer, Deliberate, Might of Marsa, Draina's Silence, Clerk of Chill Depths, Skyclave Sentinel, Expedition Champion, Vanquish the Weak, another Seagate Colossus. We got Clerk of Life Bonds, Scion of the Sworn. Swarm, my bad. Tangled Florahedron. Interesting. We got a nice little what's it called? Mythic, there we go. Ancient Green Warden. Reach, you may play lands from your graveyard. If a land entering into battlefield causes a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That's actually pretty good. Set this over here. Full art land again. A little promo card. Those are probably worth $1 bajillion at this point. You know, so how little they print them. Another Deliberate. Cliffhaven Sword. Scavenge Blade, Field Research, Blood Beckoning, Territorial Scythe Cat, Nissa's Thingy, a Prowling Feldar. I like this kind of art. It's kind of interesting what it looks like. Canopy Baloth, Tuk Rubble Fort, Roost of Drakes, Brushfire Elemental, and then Makindi Stampede. And for rare, we got a Maddening Chiopathy. I can't even pronounce it. Sorry. I'm trying too hard. Alright, next pack. Interesting pulls. I don't necessarily know how many of these cards are actually decent. Farsight Adapt, Tormenting Voice, Another Negate, Subtle Strike, Territorial Scythe Cat, Mind Drain, Prowling, Another Canopy Bailiff, Tuk Tuk, Fearless Fledging, Vastwood Surge, Veal. Ooh, a legendary creature. Here we go. We got a Grakmaw Skyclave Ravager. Enters the battlefield with 3 1/1 counters on it. Whenever another creature you control dies, if it had a 1/1 counter on it, put a 1/1 counter on Grakmaw. Whenever Whenever Grakmaw dies, create an XX black and green Hydra creature token where X is the number of 1/1 counters on Grakmaw. That's actually pretty good. Set this aside for a commander. We got a foil paired Tactician, a mountain, and a plant token this time. I guess with those blank ones, you can make your own tokens. I'm assuming that's how that works. Alright. Celebrant, Molten Blast, Anti-Cognition, Oblivion's Hunger, 9-man Sky Dancer, Cunning Gearsmage, I don't know how you pronounce that. Another Sentinel, Vanquish the Weak again, Risen Riptide, Taunting Arbor Mage. These are commons. Relic Golem. Can't attack or block unless an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. That's an interesting one. I guess you can mill people too with it. That'll be decent. Soaring Thought Thief. Oh, another mythic. Shatter Skull Smashing. Deals X damage divided as you choose among up to 2 target creatures and or planeswalker. If X is 6 or more, Shatter Skull deals twice that damage divided as among instead. Ooh, we got a nice little foily boy. Huh. We got a Morag Fury Acom. 6 drop. Each creature you control gets +1/+0 for each time it has attacked this turn. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures you control. That's actually pretty good. You just kind of plan out your land. So, yeah, I guess from what I've read into it, it's actually about right. Landfall is a thing for this set. I'm sure you all already know this if you're watching this already. Fissure Wizard. Roiling Mage. Colony. Blight Priest. Disenchant again. Ascent. Stonework Pack Beast. Malakir. Blood Priest. Actually pretty decent if you're playing Standard. Cleansing Wildfire. Destroy target land. Be rude, I guess. Oh, no. Alright. Demon Disciple. Thundering Spark Mage. Kazul's Fury. Ooh, another mythic. Seagate Stormcaller. Enters the battlefield. Copy the next instant sorcery spell with converted mana cost 2 or less. You cast this turn. Whenever you cast it, if this was kicked, copy that spell twice instead. You may choose new targets for the copies. That's pretty good. Another token. I like these full art lands. They look pretty neat. Alright, here we go. Next one. Let's go through this one. Caballary, Outrider, Reclaim the Waste, Sneak, Glacial Grass, Utility Knife, Nahiri's Binding, Dreadworm, another Relic Golem, Another Thought Thief. Sajir's Shelter. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice. Pretty good. Bet. We got another legendary creature. Zargras, Thief of Heartbeats. Or Thief of Heartbeats, not the. My bad. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. Flying, Death Touch, Haste. Other creatures you control have Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a Planeswalker, destroy that Planeswalker. Pretty good to get rid of Planeswalkers. Alright. Try to speed through the opening of these packs for you all. I might edit a couple of these ones because they take a little long to just open the packs. Sorry about that. Alright. We got a Healer, Pyroclastic, Hylian, Shield, Shell Shield, Tezine Raptor, Reclaim the Waste. Go through this because we've seen a couple of these. Thwart the Grave. The spell costs 1 less for each creature in your party. Fireblade Charger, Fearless Fledging. Whenever a land enters the battlefield. Oh no, I know what that does. It gives a flying and whatnot. Rare is a Valakut Awakening. Put any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your library, then draw that many cards plus 1. That's actually pretty good. Oh. Messed up somewhere. Let's fix this. There we go. Fixed. Pressure Point. Forest. Code. Rage. Into the Royal. Smite Monstrous. Blight Blade. Blood Price. Sizzling Barrage. Dauntless Unity. Vampire. Another one. We got a land base camp. It's just battlefield tap. Very specific for the land, to be honest. Probably not good. Got a rare elf, Tajuru Paragon. Rose. Reveal top 6. I mean, it would be decent for this deck, I guess, since we're going to be playing with the. Because there's a lot of warrior rogues, so it's like kind of a dungeon set, like, to an extent, like Baldur's Gate, but not like Baldur's Gate. But still, with probably better abilities, to be honest. Sneaking Guide, Duelist, Blood Price, Sea Gates, Spare Supplies, Scale the Heights, Shepherd of Heroes, Sky Dancer again. Alright, Thwart the Grave, Shatter Skull Minotaur. Ooh, we got a Soul Shatter. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest converted mana among creatures and planeswalkers they control. Not bad. Pretty good instant. Swamp and a Token of a Core Warrior. Oh. We'll go through this a little bit quicker. Ooh. Nectar Bond. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. That's not bad. What's this? Gives a flying. This one's actually pretty decent in the standard. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, this gets a +2/+2 until end of turn, so it just stacks on top of it. Vine Gecko. We got a Ruined Crab. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 3 cards. Yeah, that makes sense. Mill somebody out. And we got another legendary creature. We got Aura Skyclave Hierophant, or Hierophant. Whenever this or another cleric I control dies, return target cleric card with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. Huh. Nice little lands, to be honest. These lands are nice. I wonder if there's any basic lands in this, like like, but I mean basic. I mean just normal, without like that kind of particular art style. I like that art style, to be honest. Umra Mystic. Ooh, Crawling Barrens. Tap for a colorless. Pay 4. Put two 1/1 counters on Crawling Barrens. Then you may have it become a 0/0 elemental. Until end of turn, it is still land. It's okay. I think I put this. Oh, I keep mixing these up. Foils a Canopy, Bailiff, Balleth, Plains, and a Drake. Not the pop singer Drake or rap artist. I guess you could call people rap artists and pop artists at the same time. To be honest, there's nothing really different. They're both musical talents of one such a thing. Merfolk, Falconeer, Spoils of the Adventure, Fast Food. Ooh, we got, it says here, Beacon Unity, 5-drop. But it gives you all your colors, so I can make this my Wooburg commander. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. We might consider a party deck, I guess. That's very expensive, though, for this part. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 cleric, rogue, warrior, wizards, and or ally cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library. Kind of expensive just for nothing, to be honest. You just get 2 cards. Okay. Ooh, nice. But, I mean, you don't necessarily need to have a commander that does anything. Well, in my challenge, you don't necessarily need a commander that does things like that. It's helpful to have a commander that can work with you. But if you just want to play with all the colors in this set, you could. It's going to be very hard to do because I don't allow myself too many extra things. Ooh, another one of these guys. Swamp and an insect token. So, I don't know. It depends kind of the situation, what we end up with. We might get something pretty decent. We might not. Who knows? We'll just have to see where we kind of end up at. We've seen quite a few on the common doubles, but it's kind of what you're going to expect. Shadow Stinger, haven't seen that. Ooh, Relic Vial. Pay 3 to play it out. Pay 2, sacrifice a creature, draw a card. As long as you control a cleric, Relic Vial has whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. Huh. I think Buddy might should play this in his one deck where it just goes infinite for gaining life. I mean, he's just like, might as well. Another Fury. Thieving Skydiver. I like this one because you can just steal someone's soul ring, to be honest. It's a great card. People should really play it. I mean, heck, just kick it for once. Steal someone's soul ring. Have fun with it. If someone has a mana vault, steal the mana vault if you can. Mana vault's pretty cheap. Let's go through this real quick. Skyclave, Shadowcat again, Allied Assault. I'm not even gonna try to predation. I'm gonna just say that part. Lithoforming. Sacrifice X lands. For each land sacrificed this way, draw a card. You may play X additional lands this turn. Lands you control enter the battlefield tapped this turn. Interesting. Nice little art. And a construct token. To be honest, I think we pulled some decent cards. We're almost halfway through. But we'll have to see kind of an idea as to what we have. Another Shadowcat, another Relic Vial, Kabira takedown. We got a Magmatic Channeler. As long as there are 4 or more instant sorcery cards in your graveyard, this gets a +3/+1. Tap it, discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library, and choose one of them. You may play that card this turn. Be great if you play it without paying its mana cost. And we got a Malika Rebirth. Choose target creature. You lose 2 life until end of turn. Target creature gains when this creature dies. Return that to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Ain't not bad. Nice little forest. For 1 mana cost, you lose 2 life. You get to bring back a creature. I mean, why not? Bring back your commander if it costs too much. Fissure Wizard, Cascade Seer, Healer again. Stomper. Blood Beckoning. Territory Skycat. The Binding. Skyclay Squid. First time seeing you. Saw you. Nice little Night Runner. Cleric. 1 mana for a 1/1. Enters the battlefield if it was kicked. Tap up to 2 target creatures. It's okay. Ambush. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. It's okay. Soul Shatter. Another one. Another. Foily Ox. Nice little land. Promo card. Cell Sword. Teeter Ambush. Hunger. Gruel. Riptide. Brute. Utility Knife. Sizzling Barrage. This is pretty good. If you have a landfall deck, you get a +2/+2 on your creature while it's equipped. It's pretty helpful. And then when it enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature immediately, so you don't even have to pay for equipping costs at the start of it. Wind Rider Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. It's okay. Let's see. We got a Mursa Root Grazer. Vigilance tap. You may put a basic land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Tap it. Return target basic land you control to its owner's hand. Yeah, it's okay. We got an Awakening. Return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of target creature cards that each have a different converted mana cost X or less. Okay. Just bring back your grave pretty quick. Prowling Feeder, Swamp, little token looking things. I don't know what that is for, to be honest. While I'm talking about this box, I've also got some Strickhavens, Kaldheim, and I thought Commander Legends was 36 packs. I was wrong, so I bought that. I might just open it just for fun. May record it, may not. We'll see kind of an idea what comes out of it. From my understanding, there's some particular cards. Cinderclasm, Emir Captain, and then a Vision. I can't even pronounce that card. We got a Coveted Prize. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. Search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. If you have a full party, you may cast a spell with converted mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. It's not bad. Not bad at all. An island, Cat Beast. Yeah, the particular cards that are in that, I think was a Jeweled Lotus, or Gilded Lotus. I can't remember. It's something nice. Someone was telling me about it. I order it. Just thinking I can use it for something else. Scavenge Blade, Chilling Trap, Smite the Monstrous, Survivor again, Price, Grass, an Ox, Worm. We got a Cleric. We got a Spring Mantle Cleric. Enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. That's if you're doing Wooburg, it's a good idea, because then instead of it being a 2/3 cast, it's a 5. Let's see, what is it? 7/8. Pretty good. Drake's Songmat Treachery. Can control target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste. 5 costs. It's kind of expensive. You could still use a land for it, but still kind of expensive. Fieldar Retreat. I think that's how you pronounce it. Landfall. It's an enchantment. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. Create a 2/2 white cat beast creature token, or put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance until end of turn. That's not a bad card, and I might just add that to my Jenny Fade deck just because I do build a lot of tokens. And just giving them the ability to have vigilance, it's not a bad deal. Foily Seagate, a Plains, and a Plant. I don't know, that's piqued my interest. Might use that for the deck build. And then just break down the deck for my Jenny Fade deck and build her up. Stalker. Gotta report those. Raptor. Electromancer. Skitter Sneak. I would be scared as shit by this thing, whatever the heck that is. Ox. Worm. Baloth. We got an Acquisition Expert. Enters the battlefield. Target opponent reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to the number of creatures in your party. Choose one of those cards. That player discards that card. Centerclasm. A Captain. El Capitan. Enters the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter for each creature in your party. Look at that. Party, party, party. Ooh, we got a River Glide Pathway. Nice looking land. I wonder what the foil one looks like. We'll set that aside over here. Forest. That little card, whatever that's called. I'm gonna name it the Timmy card. That's the best description for it. You name it for a Timmy. Your very own Timmy. Let's cycle through this real quick. Rolling Regrowth. Finally, something decent in the uncommon slot. Sacrifice a land. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Very good card. I don't know why it was so hard to find one. Oh man, Infiltrator, Shelter. Who cares about that? Another one of you guys. Man. We call this a landfall box. There is no such thing of being able to find lands. It was a lie. It was a myth. We made it up. You may call this a landfall theme, but there is no ability for you to find lands. Oh man, gosh, that was crazy. Going through all that. Ooh, Brushfire Elemental. Can't be blocked. Oh yeah, I've seen this already. Well, it can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. That's not bad. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, it gets a +2/+2 until end of turn. That's actually pretty good. A Disciple. I think I've read through that. Oof, that kinda sucks. Imagine you're just that little dude right there getting just sucked dry. Each opponent loses 4 life and you gain 4 life. 6 mana drop. Eh. Skyclave Shade. It can't block. If this was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2/1/1 counters on it. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if this card is in your graveyard and it's your turn, you may cast it from your graveyard this turn. Huh, it's not bad. Just keep bringing it back. It won't die. I guess if you're into having a, what's it called, a regenerative deck, be a decent card to put in there. Smite the Monstrous. Seer, Kazu, Rolling. Oh, Shatter Skull Minotaur. Cost 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. You know, just seeing that being a thing right now, I might just consider using that one card, that one creature, and just have it do absolutely nothing but give me Woodberg. Power is equal to the number of cards types among in your opponent's graveyard. So, interesting. That's an interesting one. We'll have to take a look at that one. It's a rogue, so it's a plus. It's 1+ whatever is in someone's. Is it target opponents? No, in your opponent's graveyard. So it could be anybody. That's actually helpful. Going through this real quick for the rest of these guys, because I'm sure we're gonna see Guide Beast. Whenever this deals damage or combat damage to a player, return a land from your you control to its owner's hand. I don't know about that. I mean, I get the landfall idea, but why would I give up my lands? After I play it, sure. Or, I mean, after I tap it, I guess. I can see it now. Someone playing a tapped land over and over and over and over. It does nothing. Bloodchief's Thirst. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana that costs 2 or less. The spell was kicked. Instead, destroy the target creature or planeswalker. Ooh, a Geopede. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, this gets a +2/+2 until end of turn. That's actually pretty good. Disruption. Pay 2. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. Not bad. Inscription of Insight. Choose 1. If this spell was kicked, choose any number instead. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. Good way to bounce people's creatures. Scry 2, then draw 2. That's pretty good. And then target player creates a XX blue illusion target illusion creature token, where X is the number of cards in their hand. 2 out of 3 is actually pretty good, but that's an expensive spell. It's more, I guess it would be more of a situational for that one. I don't know. I don't even think I would even consider that. All right. Hellhound. Snare. Vastwood Search. Finally, another one. I may have already pulled one, to be honest. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them outside the battlefield tapped, and search. Then shuffle your library. If this spell was kicked, put 2 1/1 counters on each creature you control. It's not bad. 8 cost, though. An Infiltrator. Can't be blocked this turn. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Ooh, we got another one of these guys. They're very common. Thundering Spark Mage. Another insect. Alright, we're about to finish up this opening. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of hoping for some synergy to be with these kind of cards. There's not that much. It's more like cast this for X for 1 less for each of this. I'm like, it's okay. I wouldn't say that's synergy. I would say that's more, hey, I ran out of ideas for this set. Landfall's a thing, but here's this. A Leviathan Crab. Spells your opponent's cast that target this creature cost 2 more to cast. And then pay 3, gets X plus X minus X until end of turn, where X is the number of islands you control. Yeah, nah. I wouldn't even consider that as a card to play. it's for 4 drop, you can attack immediately, and then I mean, if you have 15 lands, I guess it'd be good, but Cascade Seer enters the battlefield. Scry X, where X is the number of creatures in your party. It's okay. Healer, cat. I'm going through this bit a little bit quicker. Not much was really pulled out of this set. It wasn't really something I would say, hey, look at this kind of situation. Kind of lackluster. Commander wise, like I said, we can do Woolberg, it looks like, or we can do a couple of 2 color decks, or just a solid red deck if we wanted to. But I think I'd rather do the Woolberg idea unless I get another commander that's actually pretty good for what they have to offer. War Leader. Other warriors you control get +1/+1. Stinger. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, that player mills 3 cards. It's okay. And then Spikefield Hazard. And we just got a Legendary Planeswalker. Look at that. Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, put a loyalty counter on Nissa the Shadowed Balfs. +1. Untap target land you control. You may have it become a 3/3 elemental creature with haste and menace until end of turn. -5. You may put a creature card with converted mana cost or less than or equal to the number of lands you control onto the battlefield from your hand or graveyard with 2 1/1 counters on it. That's yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. I think we'll look through this. I think we do have a black and green commander. I think that's what we're gonna do. I believe that we found ourselves our deck that we want to build around and see kind of an idea. Going through this. Spark Mage, Cleric, Visions again. We got a Kargan Intimidator. 2-drop for a 3/1. Cowards can't block warriors. Okay. Pay 1. Choose one that has been chosen this turn. Gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Target creature becomes a coward until end of turn. That's actually pretty good. Target warrior gains trample until end of turn. That's funny. Cowards can't block. By the way, you're the coward. Oh, that's great. Just imagine someone having a Voltron deck. Just like, yeah, he's a coward now. He can't block at all. Base camp. I don't know where I put this. I'll stick it over here for the meantime. Okay, Archon of Imari. Imari. Each player can't cast more than one spell this turn. Or more than one spell each turn. My bad. Misread that. Non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. That's actually good. That's really good. I wonder how expensive that card is. Ooh, we got a foil. Skyclave Relic. Pay 3 has a kicker of 3. Indestructible. Whenever Skyclave Relic enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create 2 tapped tokens that are copies of Skyclave Relic. And then tap it to add any one color. That's 6 mana cost. You can tap for any one color. You get 2 of them, 3. So there's 3. That's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Looks like we got good cards in the last few packs that we've opened up. Dang. Ooh, can't open this one. Oh, there we go. Let's go through this real quick. Another relic vial. Swarm Shambler. Enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. Pay 1, tap, put a 1/1 counter on Swarm Shambler. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. Ooh, Goblin Construct. This creature can't block. At the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. That's not good. Not good at all. That's a rude card. So it can't die, and it'll deal 1 damage to you. I wonder if that's in this. I wonder what makes that. Another base camp. Another ruined crab. Umar Mystic. Cast sorcery spells or wizard spell. Gets a +2 until end of turn. We got a Kazandu Mammoth. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, gets a +2/+2 until end of turn. Not bad. Nice little arty. Alright, last actual pack, and the next one will be the box topper. We'll see kind of an idea what we get out of it, and then we'll kind of cut down this video to make it fit pretty well for viewers' pleasures and whatnot. We'll build a deck. Yeah, this last pack was not good. Not good at all. We got another one of these guys. Archpriest of Iona's power is equal to the number of creatures in your party. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, if you have a full party, target creature gets a +1/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. Nice little. We got illusion. Okay, guys, that was the actual box. Interesting cards. I'm sure some of these are worth some monies. I don't know necessarily what, but here is our topper, and it comes out to be a Black Cleave Cliffs. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Mountain and Swamp. It's actually a pretty good looking card. Appreciate you all watching. Some of these seem like really good cards. Some of them seem like kind of lackluster cards. Commander wise, I mean, we could do a crab. uh, just do straight blue. We got a Fury of Aconum. It's pretty good. I mean, you play a land, you get to get a second. As long as you play it on your main phase, you get a second combat. It's not bad. We got a Skyclave Hierophant. Enters the battlefield, or another cleric you control. I mean, this or another cleric you control dies. Return target cleric card with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. We got a Zargas Thief of Heartbeats. Gosh, I keep wanting to put of the Heartbeats or the Heartbeats or something. The spell costs one less to cast for each creature in your party. Oh yeah, I forgot. It also other creatures I control have Death Touch. I mean, red black is not a bad deal. If we want to do Woodburg and have a really bad commander, this spell costs one less to cast for each creature in your party. I mean, its strengths are kind of do like garbage. I mean, it must be good for some folks, but it's a mythic, and by honesty, for well, let's see, that's 8 plus that, it's kind of bad. 12 mana. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of bad. Nice foily version of it. We got this, and then we have this guy. So I mean, we could do just this. To be honest, a green black deck and pair it up. We'll be pretty much set. But we'll see kind of an idea what we do. To be honest, we got in some decent cards. Some really nice cards, some really iffy cards, and be honest, some of these cards are actually pretty good looking. I like the lands out of it. This Black Cleave Black, what is it? Black Cleave Cliffs. It's a pretty good looking card. I like it. Um, Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate y'all stepping in, and I appreciate the guy that I bought the box from over the webs around the world. Got it in pretty quick. I appreciate that, and turned out to be a pretty decent box. It's not like someone kind of stiffed me on it, but appreciate y'all watching. You guys let me know if there's anything more we can do for you and kind of make the content a little bit better. You all have a good day.